folks, IB Sarah Rochelle, and welcome back to IB Playing Persona 3 FES. In this one, it's time for me to sleep. Which is a lie, because I just woke up from a nap. But it's time for Makoto to sleep, because he's feeling not so hot, because he was out all night last night fighting some shadows. So, sleep time it is, because that was not a phone call. I'm busy, Yukari. My apologies. You'll see me later. I like your shirt, but I am tired, nor am I feeling well. I am a little bit dazed because I just woke up from a nap, actually. But, at one point I'll have a regular sleep schedule where I record at a regular time and don't, like, fall asleep at weird times to take naps. Because this was technically a nap, because I do have to actually, like, get up at a normal time tomorrow morning for work. Hi, Fuka, are you okay from yesterday? Like, I mean, you are, because you're a strong person. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of things happen, huh? I'm glad I was able to become friends with everyone. I'm glad I met you, though. Of course. I mean, I'm glad I met everyone, but you get me, Fuka. Maybe not Makoto, but like me, I get you, well, or I get one of the two. We'll get there. I'll get there. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. But today is Wednesday. And Wednesday, oh, hey. How are you, Hidetoshi? I am not sure. I like how I could be part of a student council and not be sure if I go to meetings. Okay. Bye. Have fun. Okay, I will. I won't, though. I don't, hi, Yukari. It's been a while since we talked. I'm kind of busy today. My apologies. Right? Yeah, let's see if we can survive school. I mean, I'm a genius, so I'll survive just fine. I need to stop saying that. Like, that's not great. Hi, Yuko, how are you? I'm doing well. Why? That's always my question. I just like to know things. Tell me all the things. I want to know. I want to know all the things. Okay. Maybe I should meet up with Yuko. She did seem a little bit flustered. I'm always flustered. I have no idea what's going on, and I just want to know all the things. Hi, Keisuke. I have not decided yet. Cool. I mean, it's true, though, Keisuke. It's true. Are you okay? I really should talk to you. Who do I go and go with? I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure it out later. But yeah, we're gonna go hang out with a buddy. I will be right back, though. I'm trying to record. I can't help you use the phone data. I have to use that to play games, so use the phone data. Okay, well, go to your settings and go to connections, and then there should be something that says mobile hotspot here. Okay. Well, then go to your computer and look for the Wi-Fi that's whatever you named your mobile hotspot. After you've turned it on. Turn on Mobile hotspot and tethering. Set a password if you want to or not. And then on your Wi-Fi connections on your computer, connect to the one that says whatever you name the thingy. It's not hard. Why won't it connect?
I don't know.
Well, it's gotta take some time, Kathleen, and it won't be able to do a lot of stuff fast. Like, it does not watch videos fast. You might as well just watch the videos on your phone. Okay, I don't know what's up with you. You might want to go see a doctor. I'm going to go now. I'm trying to record. I don't know what to tell you then. Did you set a password? Well, then maybe something's wrong with your computer and turn the Wi-Fi off then back on again on your computer. Okay, goodbye. Well, I'm busy. Yeah, because I'm trying to do what limited free time I have. I'm trying to do things with it, okay? Bye. Okay, back I am. Class has ended, and we are going to go talk to Yuko. That's who we're gonna hang out with today because, you know, I like Yuko. And apparently our relationship is more serious now, if I remember correctly from last time. I could be wrong. Hey! Hang out with me, because I'm the, I'm here. And available. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to spend some time with Yuko. Of course! Actually, my room is fairly clean too. I cleaned it like last weekend, the weekend before. I don't know. I got really annoyed at it, so I cleaned it. Which is usually how things go. Yeah! I like your desk. It's nice. Yeah, of course. How about me? Yeah? It's okay. You have very pretty eyes, Yuko. You don't have to blush. Okay. I do. I do like kids. Kids are the best. Aw. I do the same thing. Yeah. Of course. Okay. Both. Can I say I want multiple kids? Because I do. I already have names for a boy and a girl. But a girl. I already have a name. That's pretty sad. But, listen. Calm down. I just, you know, I've spent a lot of time around kids. And I've already made that decision a while ago. So, yeah. Don't worry about it. Okay, but she could go out and play too and get dirty and everything too. Let her do what she wants. So there's nothing wrong with that, Yuko! Yuko! No, Yuko. We'd want it to look like you. You're pretty. What? Listen, it's okay, Yuko. Calm down. Yeah, but that was a decision I made a while ago. Long time ago. Kids are great. And you go, it's perfectly fine to be rough around the edges. You are allowed to take up space. You're a human. You exist. Like, you're allowed to take up space in the universe. Is this the only... Okay, that's fine. So... That's fun. Okay. I'll smile and nod. How about that? The penguins of Madagascar had the right thing when it came to life advice. Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. Okay. Have a good evening, Yuko. Yeah. Got a little personal there, didn't we? Gotta love when it gets personal.
Sup, dude?
Sup, Junpei? Yeah, well, we're getting closer to a full moon, so there is that. It will be all over. Of course! We're gonna do it. Leave it. I'll think about it. Yeah, that's, you know, not a bad thing. Like, just try and put a smile on everybody's face. I think that's an honorable thing. Am I still sick? No, I'm feeling good. We're gonna go back to our room though, because like there's nothing to do. There's nothing to do in the evenings. We maxed the Tanaka and the Devil Link, and we maxed Mutatsu with the Tower Link. Why am I getting a phone call? I'm kinda busy. I'm so sorry. Bye, Kinji. I'm so sorry. Hi, Keisuke. I'm also busy. My apologies. Most of the time, I will just not answer the phone unless if I absolutely need to, which is how I actually function. I'm gonna sleep. That sounds like I just want to sleep. That sounds like the most wonderful of plans right now, and it would be so great if I could. But, recordings to do, people to see, things to do. My condition improved more because I was feeling good already. How much rest does a person need? A lot. I also need to get a regular night's sleep. That would be helpful. And go to bed at a decent time. But oh my gosh, I forgot to go. Oh, okay. I need to remember to do this because I'm terrible at remembering to do this. But I need to remember to do this. I also need to get a star persona, but not yet. Not yet, but I do need to remember to get that. I need to go talk to the staff room. Okay. Yes, sure. I don't know the answer. Staff room. I'm writing that down. I've been there once. How is it made? Fermenting. Yeah, I got it right. Oh, which makes sense. Uh-oh. Cool. That's fun. My charm increased. That's good. That's good. I finally turned my heater on in my room for like the first time in a week because it was getting warmer, so I didn't think I needed it, but it's been cold at nights. And I will go hang out with people in a little bit, but right now I need to go to the staff room because I forgot to go to the staff room. I'm terrible. So I need to get that helm, and I can't get it yet. At least, yeah, no, it's on the other side. I keep forgetting where it's at, but I'll get there. But, yeah. One day I will have a balanced schedule of when I'm supposed to be doing things, and when I have free time, and all the other things in between. But today is not the day. Hi. Faculty office, here we go. Yeah? Oh, you put in some overtime? Oh! Why are you rounding up with finances? Usually when I try and calculate things, if it's stuff I'm paying, I round up, and if it's stuff I'm getting, I round down, because I don't trust anything. Nice. I hope you get your raise, or whatever, for your, what are you trying to save for? It is a daring move. Sure. Okay. 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 Are we scratch tickets? My academics has increased. Okay. Bye. I'll be back later. Well, we got a math. I like math. I like figuring stuff out. Like, it's the problem solving part of me that I like. That is where I like math is good. Math, I get math. Oh, and tomorrow's payday, which means, okay, I have a financial plan. It's called pay off my student loans as fast as possible and then my car. I don't like being in debt to things. And I needed to get a new car because it was, hi, Case, is this? Hey, Skate. Is that how we could get to the staff room faster? Oh my gosh, that's how we could get to, but like, I needed a new car. My other one was falling apart. But like, it was an unexpected expense that I then had to factor into paying off my student loans as fast as possible because I was doing so well. And then I just couldn't. And then I just flumbled for a bit. Flumbled. That's the exact word. And then, I'm gonna hang out with you. Why not? I figured it out again. So, we're good. I'm good. I still don't know what I want to be when I grow up, nor where I want to be currently. But we'll figure that out later. I also did finally update my resume, which was something I hadn't done in a while, so that's good. I actually took a day off and was successful that day while still having a very, very relaxing day of doing nothing. So, you know, some days are just like that. Of course it does. Yeah, Keisuke? Okay. Of course. The rooftop is where all the cool kids meet for all the cool kid things. Or it's just a good place to have a meeting. Man, you couldn't even get to the rooftop. Oh, no, I think you could. I don't know. I don't remember. It's been 8 years. It's your decision. You have to make it. Why? Why isn't he letting you do anything? Oh. You need to make sure you do what you want, Keisuke. It's your decision, no matter how much you want to prove something to something else. Make sure it's still what you want. Yeah? I don't know. We will support you in whatever you choose. Whatever you choose. And whatever you chance. We'll support you. That's what your friends are for. And your family. And your friends. It's a huge opportunity. No, that's okay. That's what I'm here for. I love hearing about it. I love hearing about all the drama. Let me tell you, one of my coworkers has a nephew that's getting married, and I get to hear all the stories of how that's going down. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. And oh man, I love hearing the stories. Tell me all the drama, all the complaints, all the everything. I live for the gossip. Probably is the sin, but who cares? Listen, I do very little in my, like, okay, I enjoy what I have chosen to do in my free time and everything, but I love hearing about gossip and stuff because everybody's lives is so that's why I like this game so much. It's because we get these little snippets into other people's lives and how they interact, and like you can relate to those different things, like, and it's so interesting. And so that's why I love hearing about other people's like lives and everything, because it's just another story. It's another story that I want to hear about. I'm terrible. I'm not terrible, but I like to know things. Remember that. I want to like just know all the things, and I'm terrible for wanting that, but like, it's so good. You have to make that decision for yourself, and make sure it doesn't include reasons because of others. Don't like make the decision to be a doctor just because you don't like that your dad's choosing all the thing if what you want to do is to actually study abroad. But don't study abroad just because like you want to do it to prove a point to your dad. Like that's not a good reason either. Make sure you make that decision for yourself, and it's where you're putting yourself where you want to be. Like, that's the thing, because like studying abroad, that's a huge decision. You're moving pretty much for a little bit. Like, you need to make sure you're moving for yourself and you're studying abroad for yourself. And like, that's the biggest part. Yeah, do that. Leave luck to heaven. Isn't that what Nintendo means, loosely translated? That's how they've operated for business for 100 and some years. But like, sometimes like, make a decision for yourself. But if you interpret a sign somewhere along the way, and you want to believe in that, and you want to take it, then do that. I read too far into things, so I then proceed to overcorrect by not reading anything into any situation ever. So, gotta communicate with me, because I'm dumb sometimes. Like, that's just the thing. It's because, like, I know I get a little... I just read too far into things, so I'm like, never mind, I'm not gonna read nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing's happening. Nothing ever happens. I mean, stuff does happen all the time. Oh, okay. Yeah, go for that. Go for that. Believe in that side there, bud. Man, so, like, that's the thing, is, like, I will believe signs and then immediately not believe and be like, nah, it meant nothing. The universe is telling me to maybe get a new car. Nah, just something that happened that day. Yeah, so don't ever, like, that's the thing. I'm just dense. I'm just dense. Let's see, what time, let's go for a little bit of a longer episode. That's what I'm going to go for today. We're going to go for a little bit of a longer episode, just a tad. Just itty bitty bit. Actually, I'm gonna flip, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna flip around the, oh no, I don't have time to record tomorrow. Never mind. Ooh, a phone call. Hi, Yuko. No, what's up? Sure. I would love to hang out with you this Sunday. I think that'd be fun. Oh, really early? Okay, usually Sundays are the one day I sleep in because I'm up very late the night before. But okay, really early. Hi, baby, I'm so sorry, I'm busy, I'm the worst, I know, I need to talk to you again, it's been too long. It's been much too long, sir. Don't worry, you'll be fine. I'm going to sleep because I can. Oh, I really hope I didn't mess up my calendar completely with the decisions that are coming up in the next week. I think I fixed it. A while ago, I went through and did the entire calendar, and I think I fixed everything, but I'm still a little concerned. I mean, I'll be a little concerned until this thing is over. Tetragrammaton? Tetragrammaton. Okay. Okay. Oh, nice. Oh, interesting. Okay, that's one way to look at it. I mean, it's not necessarily wrong. See, my band teacher in high school read a book on like quantum physics or something like the other like that. I think it was quantum physics. And he's like, there are only 2 types of magic in the universe. Quantum physics, I think it was quantum physics. It's something along those lines, or quantum mechanics or something, and music. And he kind of explained it a little bit, but like, think every so often I'm like, yeah. Because like the thing is there's all this stuff around it that can't exactly be explained. Like music, we can scientifically explain how sound moves through the air, how we get into different notes and everything, how the instruments work with the sound waves and everything, and how it just moves. But it doesn't necessarily explain how it literally moves people emotionally. Like, why do certain like things evoke certain like feelings and emotions and everything, and like that in itself is a sort of magic. So like Mr. Edagawa is a little bit off his rocker, but he might not be wrong, because there are certain things that like are just not explained by the universe. Like, why is it that a certain chord played in a certain, like, you have like major and minor chords, and we've associated feelings, so maybe it's just our own personal thing of associating like feelings and stuff, but at the same time, what caused it that we even like felt differently like listening to like a major chord versus a minor chord? The only difference is one note is flat, the third note in the chord is flat in a minor chord compared to the major. Why is it that we've associated, like, we just like, oh, it sounds a little different, this sounds that. So like, it's a mix of us associating stuff with it, but at the same time, what caused us to associate that? Like, why is it that playing is, we don't have just a neutral expression for everything? And like, there's a little bit of magic there, just a little bit. So I'm going on a completely different rant about magic than Mr. Edagawa, but at least I'm in topic. But yeah, and quantum physics, because the universe is just not fully explained. One of my favorite article headlines from like a year ago or something was like, scientists can't explain why the universe exists. Because they were running all these tests between like matter particles and like the opposite type of matter, like antimatter. I don't know, it's a specific particle and there's an opposite to it, like a literal anti-particle to it. Everything in physics says that there's like energy is neither created nor destroyed, and there's a balance, and it's always in flux. So if something's like there's more chaos or something here, there's less chaos here, and just everything is always in flux between the two states, because if there's more here, there's less here, but it's a balance. Like, so there's still technically, in theory, there would still technically always be an equal number. It's just one side always has more and the other side always has less. Like, there's like, in theory, there is thermal like water and heat and everything goes to a thermal equilibrium. That's why heat transfers to cold, because it's trying to warm it up, but it usually fluctuates back and forth before it hits that thermal equilibrium. So everything's looking for that, but it's always in flux. The article was about how they're testing these two particles, and the theory for the universe to exist, that if there was the exact, I'm going to go with just matter and antimatter. If the theory is that if there's the exact amount of matter as there is antimatter, theoretically that will equal 0. It's like having 2 plus -2, it equals 0. Where you can have 3 plus -1, so the same amount of things, but it equals 2. So there's still that like unbalance. You don't want it to equal 0, because then it just doesn't exist. So you can't have the exact same amount of matter as there is antimatter. Well, they just were able to test it again with an increased amount of decimal places. So like the very, very, very small decimal places of what they're testing. And when they tested it again, they still got the exact same number. Like, well, so here's the problem. We can't mathematically prove that the universe doesn't exist, because what our math and what our everything is telling us is that, hey, these two numbers equal each other, which means we shouldn't exist. Like, there just shouldn't be anything here, because these two they cancel each other out, essentially. But like physical proof of, hey, we live here right now and we exist as human beings, like I can I know my neighbors right there, like we've built these things, like we exist. The universe has to exist. We can study it. It exists around us. We just can't mathematically prove it yet. So we just have to try out more decimal places, and it was the greatest article, and that's just a really basic summary from what I read of the article, but it was such a great headline because it's like, there are things like that in the universe where, yeah, you should have the same amount total at all times overall, but it should always be in flux, because if it wasn't in flux, it'd negate each other, pretty much. So, it's interesting. So just remember, there's something going on with quantum physics that makes the universe exist, we just can't prove it yet, and for some reason we've associated feelings with music. And if that's not magic, like, there are things that could be considered like magic or unexplained and stuff, and it's so, let me tell you, the universe is so interesting as a scientific anomaly, as just something that we exist in, and like, it's so cool to read about. Like, if I could go to school and just read about all these different scientific theories of like physics and everything else, and like matter and antimatter and why we exist, like, I would study so much random philosophy and science. It would be the best. Also, I'd study a lot of languages and ancient history because I like those things, and everything else, and more music under the sun. And I'd probably take some film courses and some robotics courses. I have not been listening, dude. I've been on my own, like, scientific rant, so calm down. Okay, I don't think that's how it works. Yeah? This dude. Okay. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I was on my own rant about magic. Let me tell you, I could be Mr. Edagawa at this point. At this point in the video, I'm Mr. Edagawa. Not really. I'm Sarah Rochelle. IB Sarah Rochelle. Still my username. Still my name. And I am going to go hang out with... Ooh. Ooh. Who do I want to hang out with today? Let's go here. I would love to spend some time in the student council room, because I think that would be a great thing. It's been a while. But yeah, just, it's so interesting to me. I actually need to go read the biographies I bought, because I bought a couple on Einstein and Tesla, and I want to go read those. Yeah. I'm silly, or a nerd, or a weirdo, either one of those. All of those. I'm all of those, and a half bit crazy. Just a half bit, though. Not a full byte. Or a full bit. Just a half bit. Yeah? Okay, you good, Hidetoshi? Of course. Oh, yeah, this kid. I remember this kid. I missed playing this game. You know, I say that all the time, but like, it's true though. What? How is it your fault? Also, you cannot blame yourself, okay? I tell that to everybody. Don't sell yourself short, and don't blame yourself for stuff that's not your fault. And the reason I say that is because that's stuff I'm trying to work on, because I'll be like, oh yeah, it's all my fault. Like, as a joke, but like, I shouldn't be saying that because I know it's not my fault. Like, No! You're right to stand up to him. There's nothing... Like... Well, at least... The thing about you is you at least are aware enough of yourself, which is not a lot of people are with your personality. Well, and that's not true. That's a big generalization. But sometimes there are a lot of people with similar personalities that aren't aware enough of themselves and how they've interacted with the world that they still continue to think that they're always right. Sometimes. Not all times. I'm digging myself a hole here. But like, what I like about this kid is that like, he understands how he can be perceived as well, and yet he sticks to what he believes in, and he cannot blame himself. Like, Yeah, dude, I always mean what I say. Now, I may say contradicting things like an hour apart from each other, but that's because my brain is a little bit messed up and I hold contradicting views on certain subjects. Like, there are just certain subjects that, like, there's how I was raised versus how I interact with the world now. And sometimes the views I still hold both views, but they clash with each other a lot. So if I've said something and then also said something that contradicts it, talk to me about it, because I probably hold both of those views still, like, at the same time. Because sometimes it's hard to, like, reconcile, like, what you've learned and what you've been taught and how you see the world now. Like, because I know I've said things that have contradicted each other in relation to certain topics, and it's because it's sometimes hard for me to explain exactly where the views are coming from. So, like, don't blame yourself. I mean what I say, and I say what I mean. Well, not always, but, like, I know I am pretty good about not saying unnecessary things that, like, aren't true, except if they're about myself, in which case I'm bad at it. But, like, yeah, I know, and I know I've said things that contradict myself all the time, and so if you want clarification, just ask me. I'm willing to try and clarify, if I can even figure it out. How do you understand that way more than a lot of other people in life? Like, it's so, you cannot force someone to trust you. At all. And then if you break the trust that someone has trusted you with, it's really hard. Really hard to get that back. Yeah? Oh. That's really kind of you. Of course. You stick to your guns, and I appreciate you. Like, you are a good character and a good... I want to say a good person in the fact that you understand how there are different power dynamics. Like, you understand a lot more than is necessary a lot of times, and then a lot of people understand. So even though you come off as, like, abrasive sometimes, like, you in your core are just trying to make the world better. I like this one. This is one of the links that I didn't really explore when I played through it the first time. And, like, I have seen a playthrough. I've seen this link, but, like, I had just forgotten about it, and I'm really glad I'm going through and maxing all the social links, because I forgot how this one developed, and I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, my hair's a mess. Yeah, Resident Evil 2 will be fine. Of course not. No, it's not out of character. We're just multifaceted human beings that we contradict ourselves and hold different views, and it's not out of character. It's just a different part of us. We just, you know, letting that part get together and letting everybody, different people experience different parts of us. And sometimes we're just more open with other people than we are with some. That's just how it goes.
Oh, hey!
Hey, Yukari. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, probably. Of course, we always do our best. And on the note of notes, where we feel things because music is magical and quantum physics can't explain the universe, I'd be Sarah Rochelle. I've been playing Persona 3 FES, and thank you for watching, peeps.